Hi guys, my name is Captain Alan Pereyra, and I got a special guest for you today, Mike Bosse, and he is the owner of Down South Lures. We are here at the fishing show, the 2024 fishing show at the George Brown Convention Center. Mike has been a friend of mine for a long time. We actually shared a booth together many years ago, so I've known Mike as a friend, and he is a great ambassador in the lure industry. He has some really good lures, soft plastics, and he actually has a new lure coming out too. So I'm here with him, and I'm gonna switch the camera over to him, let him give you a little bit of a bio about himself and his passion for fishing and lures, and then we're gonna look at some of his products. So I hope you all enjoy this video. I'll also put his information if you need to get in contact with him. I'll run that down the below the video here in a little bit. So go ahead.
Mike Bosse here, Down South Lures, guys. Here with Alan Pereyra in the Down South booth. If he pans over, you can see all our different models that we've had. Now, guys, we've had 3 models for a long time. These are our bigger 5-inch baits here that the guys like throw in South Texas over shallow grass. Seems to work better, sinks a little slower, bigger profile. We have all these in our new colors. We have a few new colors over here. He just showed you the Blue Moon and the Blue Moon Pure. So we got the super models here as he's going. And then you got our fluorocarbon when he goes and checks that out. 20, 25, 30, and 35, and that has a little bit of stretch in it, folks. So that way it gives you a little bit more give. It's not so stiff and brittle like your other fluorocarbon. Got our pig sticker jig heads, owner Zoe wires right here. Know anybody that's making jig heads with those right now in the saltwater market? Those are 830s. I got some real big ones for you guys that like to fish them under a cork. There's your 40 right there. That's a big old wide gap on that one, man. It'll get around the rope real good under a cork. Expose that gap. Also, guys, we came out with a new model. It's called the Big Smooth, real soft in the back, and it has a durable nose. That's been done in the freshwater market before. We're gonna try to do it in saltwater. Gives you a little bit more durability, because we all know that when we twist our screw lock in there, guys, first thing that fails, it's always the head, right? So we wanna have more durability there, but then action in the back. And here they are right here, and that's in our new package design. Strictly for the Big Smooth. Duranose stamp right there, guys. Look for the snook on there, and if it's a snook on there, it'll always be the Duranose. That's the Big Smooth.
And what's the main difference between these and your regular lures?
So this is the straight tail.
Let
me get a darker one so you can see it better on camera.
These are the colors you have right now?
Yeah, I just barely got 3 of them in. So there's your plum right there.
Okay.
And you can see that little indention right there.
Yes,
that's where that Duranose is. And then from back here, that's super soft. You can see how it moves around real soft, even hangs. Look how it hangs low. Yeah, there you go, Alan. You can see how it doubles over. It's not stiff. So you get a lot of swimming action. You can reel it. You can, and it'll swim like an eel. You can fish it like a jerk bait, where it'll dart left to right and travel. I call it a hybrid bait, something different. And
these are practical for trout, redfish,
reds, flounder.
Okay.
Trout killers for sure.
Okay.
Those straight tails. Then we have our customs over here. Coastal Marsh does all our customs. Man, these are just real pretty. A lot of attention to detail. Here's one of my favorites right here.
What is this one called?
That's called Payday.
Okay.
And if you got your old Galveston Classic here, your 808. Magic Hour, which is also one of my favorites. Dark bait with a red flake in it. And moving on, we'll have our originals.
Okay.
This is probably my best-selling original right now, guys.
Okay.
Big Papa Pearl Pure.
Okay.
Real natural bait, gets a lot of tail flash. That was what I introduced last year, and it's been a hit, man. It's been a great seller.
Okay.
So that was our original mold, 4.5 inch. Got tons of colors, guys, for the fishing show. Wraps all the way around. Got some hats on the end.
Yeah, you got some apparel now. It's some nice down south hats.
Yeah, a few hats.
And you also got some sweaters.
You got some sweaters as well. And these are burner shads, guys. These are the 3.5 inch redfish sight casting specials right here. Real popular on the redfish scene right now in Galveston and in the past few years as well. So we have our colors in that too.
Okay.
And we're just kind of setting up for the fishing show, and we'll see how everything works. And I'm sure there'll be a bunch of people come out, but we're excited about the Big Smooth.
Let me get your jacket back.
Yeah, there you go, man. Got different colors. We got several different colors. Got the urban camo. So man, we're set up, guys.
Well, let me ask you a couple of questions, Mike, for our viewers out here. I remember when you first started, and we had like a couple tables, and we shared it. And you had a couple of lures, and now you have all these different colors and these different sizes. Can you tell us a little bit about what you think people would need to know about choosing a lure? Like, you know, I know you said you have Galveston specials, and I know there's certain colors that work better in stained water. There's colors that work better in clear water. Can you just kind of give us a simple overview about if a guy's going to come up here, an angler, and he's going to choose a lure for his body of water? Just kind of give us a couple pointers there.
Man, easy. It's kind of, everything changes all the time, but the rule of thumb, guys, if your water's a little more cloudy, a little less visibility, you can go with a darker bait. This red shad, if you can zoom in on that, that's a good one. Your dark root beers, and sometimes your brighter chartreuse that are opaque, especially with an opaque, they'll see that bait better. Cleaner water, you want to go with your blue moons.
Okay.
Your white ice, bone diamonds, that clear water killer. Here's your white ice right here. Okay. So kind of more natural colors, guys, for cleaner water. Darker water, when I say darker, I mean less visibility. You want something like, that's just probably your best dark water color bait right there is a red shad. And that'll catch them anywhere the water's dark. But that's what I would choose. Then you jig head, you choose a heavier jig head if it's deeper typically, or more current. Not always a rule of thumb, but that's how you'd start, and then you adjust from there. So the more shallow water, you go with a 16th, maybe a 32nd, and 8th is probably the most popular. And just adjust, guys. If it's real windy and it gets that bow in your line, you're not throwing downwind every time, maybe a 1/4 ounce where you typically throw an 1/8 so you can feel contact with your bait, so you can feel that bite. Those are some just quick tips that we'll give you on stuff like that. But if you have any questions, I'm sure you can message Alan on the video or myself.
I threw artificials and soft plastics for many years, and one thing I always told my customers is I like to mimic what they're feeding on. So if it's a 3.5 or a 4 or a 5, depending on the size of the shrimp that time of the year, or the shad that they're chasing, or the mullet, I always, it's good to have a good variety of sizes and different types of jig heads. Of course, in the winter time, or the fall months, you might have a slower retriever. You might need to get on bottom. You know, they might
sometimes they're laying on
a little less aggressive, so that might help out. And it's, you know, so that's a great, some great advice there. And just before we wrap this up, Mike, let me ask you 2 questions. Number one, if people want to get a hold of you, what's the best way? Should they give you a call or go to your website?
Either way, you can go to my website, shoot me an email, mike@downsouthLures.com. My number is on the back of every bag. Give me a call if you got any questions. If you don't feel like typing it out, like I get lazy on typing. Sometimes I feel people forget they can just pick up the phone and give me a call. And I'll try to help you out.
And they can make orders online, or they can get a hold of you. And I know you're in some of the popular box stores also.
Yeah, pretty much any tackle store on the Gulf Coast that has saltwater, not apparel, but plastics and hardware, they'll have our baits. So go in there and ask for them. You find them. There should be a spread of them.
And you just don't sell all the lures. I know that you actually fish a lot because I see you in some of my spots. I'm just joking.
I don't fish Galveston a whole lot
I sound like a typical guy, right?
No.
I see you out there all the time. We always fellowship, and you know, I see you out there. So you're an actual fisherman. You're not just a salesman, and you just didn't start this just you know, just for the money or just to be popular or whatever. You actually love fishing, and I remember you used to tell me you on some of these, like these tails, you would actually dip them yourselves.
Oh yeah, we used to dip them. Yeah, we used to dip them at the very beginning, and then
So your love for fishing got you into all this, right?
That's correct, man. That's correct. It was just all from fishing. Just trying to make a bait that I thought was a little bit better, a little different, to do exactly what I wanted it to do in the water, and we finally made it. So. And it's been a success from there, man. So we're happy to have it and work with guys like yourself.
Yeah, I'm happy for you. Now, Down South, was that just the name you came up with because of the Gulf Coast, and you kind of kind of cater to here, or do you
Always
do you
wanted to go
sell
down
all
south.
over?
Always wanted to go down South Texas. So I was like, man, I just call my lure company there.
I hear you, man. Well, hey, I really do appreciate it, Mike.
Yeah, brother.
It's great to see you again.
Anytime, man.
And I'll let everybody put your information on the screen, and hopefully, you know, you get some business from this, and you do have a great set of lures here. I've used them
Appreciate
in the
it,
past.
Alan. Thank you.
You've always been great to me, man, helping me out with my seminars and everything. So,
Yeah.
guys, if y'all get a chance, y'all come to the Fishes Show. Y'all can check out his lures, talk to Mike himself, and check out his apparel. He's got some great apparel here, and we appreciate it, Mike. And
Sure, man. Appreciate
for everybody, all the viewers, until next time, we'll see you on the water.
Yeah, see